Even if it's risky, that was the best time to try to steal from them. You got 4 cans of soup and 6 bottles of water. My God, Timmy, you're the fucking MVP. That is amazing. Mary Jane is hungry and thirsty. Of course, Timmy is hungry. Ted's hungry. Mary Jane is hungry and thirsty. And Ted. Go ahead and prep it because we need to keep pushing. It's difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We do hope this whole mess will be over soon, or else we might end up in a place much worse than this cozy shelter. 39. I mean, I'm pretty much good to turtle in here for a while, but I gotta keep trying to figure something out. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with this shelter life, but we can't lose hope. Timmy's hungry. Dolores is hungry and thirsty. I mean, Dolores. I'll send Mary Jane out. Hey! Kitty came back. To our surprise, we found Shirkov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates, or kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. Jane left with the gas mask. Timmy is very hungry and thirsty. And Ted is thirsty. We're closed off in a tiny shelter and our supplies are very limited. If we want to survive, it's time for desperate measures. We know there's a group of elderly people hiding in the ruins of the local retirement home. They must have some supplies, and in our opinion, we need them more. The well-being of your family is the most important thing in the world, right? What kind of supplies here? Because if it's a radio, then yes, I need the radio. If it's food or water, I don't need that shit. But desperate times call for desperate measures. Day 41. Hey! We gotta... Let's go. We're winning this. 100% we're fucking winning this. Day 41. We went, got what we needed, and came back. We're sure the group will do just fine. Most probably. Yeah, absolutely. Timmy is very hungry. Dolores is fine and well, as much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. Morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well, so Timmy is hungry. After Mary Jane comes back, by the way, we're just going to hunker down until we can call the army. We decided to have some fun today and play a game or two. The first one was picking the games we were going to play. This took us most of the day, and we still haven't made up our minds. Dolores is thirsty. Let's go ahead and take care of that. We can keep sitting in our backside, we can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wastelands. I'm fucking down with that. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it in our own, the escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep an eye and ears open. I am down for. Get me the fuck out of here. I'm going crazy here. Day 43. We made contact. The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do is wait patiently. The soldiers will, with the boring voice, was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radio in working order. Timmy's thirsty. And Ted's thirsty. Timmy and Ted. Loud crash, a surprise shriek, and a bit of debris falling from our ceiling. Truly a recipe for a good start to the day. As it turns out, Shirkov found a new toy, a bit of innocuous wiring that it ripped out of the wall. Who knows what the cable's for, but our lights are still on, so it can't be that important, right? Should we take the wire away from our fluffy friend and investigate it? Yeah, we probably should. Hey, and she's back. Tell me you got more food. Food and water, I'll be fucking ecstatic. Day 44, we followed the wire outside and found a half-burnt out truck with 2 surprised gentlemen inside, surrounded by an array of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Were they listening in on us in our very own shelter? The feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows we can't have picnics here, and the car had no wheels. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface, with the gas mask, of course. We believe that our expedition to the wastelands must have been followed by strangers. Should be more cautious next time. Yeah, we will be. We never liked people who boarded long-distance buses with baggage full of food, especially that kind that smelled bad. But in our current situation, we'll be more than happy to find suitcases filled with canned soup or even some smelly cheese. Our local athletics team was preparing to depart for a championship taking place somewhere in the boondocks. The bus was full of refreshing water and spare shoes. Fortunately, none of them were a match for us, so we just took all the water bottles instead. Mary Jane is hungry. Ted is hungry. Mary Jane and Ted. All I gotta do is pretty much just wait. Oh wait, that wasn't Mary Jane. Sorry, Timmy. Let's not prep. The agents who were spying us are now at the door and they want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? Not really, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I have fucking luck on my side. Hey, we got bullets from that. Let's hear it. They briefly waved some sort of ID card in front of our faces and told us they're on top secret government mission. The wiretap wasn't to spy on us, but rather on the cat. It's suspected of being a Soviet agent. Oh my god. They're willing to let us into their super top secret government safe house if we want to help them with some of their top secret missions. They assured us that they'd contact us again with more details. During one of its insane episodes at around 3 last night, Sherikov ran face first into the wall, causing a loose brick to fall out. Behind it was a cigar box, some ammunition inside. Thanks whoever left it there. Mary Jane is hungry. What else? Dolores is hungry and thirsty. Mary Jane and Dolores. On our way back from the last expedition, we noticed some drawings on a half-ruined wall. Maybe it was a very crude map of our town, and one place was marked with an X. Maybe it's someone's secret stash of soup. Shall we go and check? No, we shall not. We're gonna wait right fucking here until that military contacts us. And if I need something I don't have, I'm gonna lose my mind. Just FYI. And before they're like, oh yeah, you need the checkers board, I'm gonna fucking just flip out. We're not going to run around like Knights of the Round Table, following some madman scribbles on the wall. The world is crazy enough as it is. Mary Jane is hungry and thirsty. Timmy is thirsty. Okay, so Mary Jane is hungry and thirsty. Timmy and Ted. Right? Yeah, there we go. Our situation is getting worse every day. We can see the hunger and desperation in each other's eyes. We know a teacher from a local school rescued a bunch of kids when the bomb fell. We also know what kind of supplies were in the school shelter. As a part of the community, we helped stock it for an emergency. So technically, there's ours, right? Should we reclaim them in our hour of need? No, because we don't need them. Day 47. We're no bandits. Sure, we need supplies, but not at the cost of others. We won't bother these people. A man who takes canned tomato soup from another is not worthy to taste that soup. Let's just hope that everybody else out there is as decent as our family. Mary Jane is hungry. That's about it. Mary Jane. We're conducting our daily supply count. We've noticed that a can of soup was missing. We're absolutely sure it was there just yesterday. That can only mean one thing. We have a soup thief among us. Now we just need to figure out who the culprit is. I have no idea who the culprit is. And I'm not going to start accusing people. 48. Whatever happened to our precious soup, we'll let it go. One can isn't worth the drama and argument that would ensue, and we really don't have enough evidence to figure out who did it. Maybe we just made a mistake when counting. We'll never know for sure, but if someone did steal it, they'll be taking their secret to the grave. Timmy is hungry. Dolores is thirsty. Timmy and Dolores. Oh dear, we just remembered we planned on taking a trip south in 2 months. If it's still there, we're going, right? We're pretty sure they don't bomb warm places. I think there's someone at the door. Relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. Getting something to drink for Mary Jane sounds ideal. Timmy doesn't need... Oh, Timmy needs thirsty. So Mary Jane is thirsty, Timmy is thirsty. Ted. Mary Jane, Timmy, and Ted. Using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, the agents rang in with our next top secret mission that we will surely land us in the VIP bunker very soon. They want us to go on Successful expedition. Write down what we saw in the journal. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? No. Tell me that's the army, please. I beg to God that is. We'd rather not commit to anything dangerous now. The agents were disappointed, but they'll probably come knocking again soon. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying it so out loud. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. Ted's stomach is rumbling. There has been some radio chatter about airdrops from military. It's about time all those taxes had to pay for a crate or two for us, right? Shall we head to go get them? Yes. I didn't think we were going to be here this long. So, fuck. There goes our gas mask. We went to get the supplies and our gas mask got a bit damaged. Note taken. Don't stand in our supply drop crate when it's falling out of the sky. However, though, we got 2 cans of soup and 2 bottles of water. Dolores is hungry and thirsty. How about that lake we've been going to for the past few years? It would be so good to find ourselves there, far away from all this madness. Swim a little, maybe take a boat ride, even if the whole place turned into Adamville. Tell me that's the fucking army. I'm getting stir crazy. You guys said you'd contact me soon. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it all day. So Mary Jane is thirsty. Timmy is thirsty. Ted is thirsty. Mary Jane, Timmy, and Ted. I know that wasn't the correct names, but... Oh my god. Shine your boots and hoist the flag. The army is on the radio again. They're telling us to get our flash or aid to signal their aircraft. They'll be flying over our area later this evening. If they see our light, they'll know where to look for us. Please, for the love of God, save our souls. Day 53. Everything was going as planned, but then the flashlight stopped working. You gotta be fucking kidding me. We were lucky enough to get it fixed just in time to hear the distant roar of the plane's engines. We're pretty sure the pilot saw us. Let's see if they get back to us. Mary Jane is hungry. It's Mary Jane. Timmy has always enjoyed running around like crazy and riding his bike. A compact shelter has little to offer for a boy with legs that are way too long for it. He's been asking and asking for a chance to go outside. Should we risk his life and send him for a short walk? That's what a responsible parent would do, right? I mean, I'm no parent, but I know bad situations, and that just sounds like one of them. Day 54, someone's at the door. Hey, that rhymed. We had to say no. What else could we do? It's dangerous, and Timmy's sad puppy eyes aren't enough to convince us. And no, chewing your own foot is not a convincing argument either. Timmy is hungry, though. Dolores is thirsty. Timmy is hungry. Dolores is thirsty. The agents paid us another visit to point out that we still haven't agreed to do a little reconnaissance for them. Completing that task will bring us even closer to living in a VIP bunker. Should we send someone out? No. Waiting for the fucking military. That better come, because I swear to God. Day 55. We considered the mission carefully and decided against it for the time being. The agents seemed a little upset, but promised they'd come back another time. Mary Jane is thirsty. Timmy is thirsty. Ted's thirsty. Mary Jane, Timmy, and Ted. We thought... No. I've heard that like a million times now. So we're about to start reading it. I'm like, hey... Where are we here? Ted is hungry. So let's go ahead and feed Ted. After Dolores returned from the last expedition, she was complaining of a minor foot injury. So use that fucking fire axe, will amputate. If there was one thing we could never consider, it would be cutting off any part of Dolores with an axe. Not only would she object to this, she would probably take matters and the axe into her own hands. It was in our best interest to avoid such a situation. We did use the heated axe blade to clean our wounds, and the infection seems to be fading away. The operation wasn't pretty though, and we damaged our axe. Ouch, that axe just slipped a bit, but that must have hurt. Dolores is hungry. And she's thirsty. Would love to heal you, but I can't. No. We now have a valid reason to say one of the weirdest things you could ever tell your teenage kids. No, Mary Jane, you will not go to school today, and that's the end of it, young lady. Mary Jane is thirsty. Timmy is thirsty. Ted's thirsty. Mary Jane, Timmy, and Ted. I should send someone out soon, depending on how much longer I have to wait. It's so easy to escalate silly arguments, and close quarters don't help. We were chatting, and then suddenly we were fighting and fighting. Let's just hope we'll get this over soon. We're done fighting, but for how long? Send her out there with the map. Aw, the kitty left. Mary Jane left with the map. Timmy is hungry. Dolores is thirsty. Timmy is hungry. Dolores is thirsty. While outside, we found something resembling a fridge. We carried it eagerly to our shelter, thinking it'd make for a useful addition and a way to turn room temperature tomato soup into delicious ice cold tomato soup. Excited, we pressed a bunch of buttons, trying to find the combination that makes cold happen. While we were distracted, the cat ran past us and slid into the appliance. We tried luring it out, but it seems intent on staying in it. There are worse uses for a broken fridge than a cat house. Oh fuck, now we have 2 cats. Okay. Timmy's going a little bit crazy over there, that's fine. Shirkov continues to occupy the fridge. Meanwhile, another cat somehow entered our shelter while we were asleep and ate some of our soup. We tried throwing the new cat out, but its claws are just too sharp to argue with. Timmy is thirsty. And he was driven crazy. Timmy and Ted. Alarm! There's a group of people outside and they don't seem too friendly. We recognize some of them. They used to be in our neighborhood watch. They don't sound too concerned with the well-being of the neighborhood anymore. But they are very serious and serious about angrily waving their heavy flashlights. We need to do something before they break in and take everything we have. Let's grab that gun. I'm finna shoot every single one of them. Just like that. Tell me that's the army. Like, please to God. Let me get the fuck out of here. The gunfight was intense, but our position gave us the advantage we needed to drive these thugs away. One of them even lost an axe while retreating. Cool. We'll make sure it's used for all the right reasons, specifically not robbing us. Another cat showed up in the shelter overnight, and with it, another soup can has disappeared. We don't know why these cats keep coming, but we can't seem to get rid of them. We're gonna have to. We're losing like a can of soup a day. For fuck's sakes, the army isn't coming, not yet. Anyway, that's today's radio news. Instead, they have been broadcasting requests for all citizens to assist them by cutting down trees in the nearby park. We don't know if some fancy general needs it for his fireplace or what, but they suggested it's either that or no evacuation. The choice is pretty obvious to us. Thank God we just got an axe. That's all I can say. Look at all these fucking cats. Oh my God, there's 4 of them now. We chopped down as many trees as we could. It wasn't much, but hopefully it will make the difference they wanted. The next time they get in touch, it better be from a tank parked in our lawn. Legitly. Or what's left of it. Our only regret is that the wood chopping business ruined our axe. Just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, now there are 3 new cats in all. 3 new cats in all, and 3 empty soup cans. How do we stop this madness? Dolores is hungry. Ted is hungry. Go ahead and fix that gas mask. Thank God. Tell me you brought some food. She brought the map back, which is cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fucking cats. And before we lose because cats ate all of our food. Alright. This seems highly suspicious. Let me try that again. Got all tongue-tied. Alright, this seems highly suspicious. With 4 new animals in the shelter, we're starting to think Shurikov's new home might not be just an ordinary fridge after all. Maybe it's some kind of secret cat communication device. We lost a can of soup. Well, she found 2 bottles of water, 2 cans of soup, and the map kind of got ruined a little bit. Mary Jane is hungry. Timmy is thirsty. Dolores is thirsty. Ted is hungry and thirsty. Mary Jane is hungry. Timmy and Dolores are thirsty. Ted is hungry and thirsty. There we go. We're approaching the deadline for a recon mission for the government agents. They came over to warn us that this is our last opportunity to cooperate. Should we do as they say and send somebody outside? Let's go ahead and send Timmy. Day 65. And there's another fucking cat. This game is just taking me on an emotional roller coaster that I just can't handle right now. We graciously agreed to fulfill their request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised that they would be back with more information soon. Last night we slept with one eye open and we saw it. The thing is no refrigerator, it's a cloning device. Early in the morning there was a small flash of light emitting from the machine and another vile creature materialized right next to us. When will this end? Do we have enough supplies to feed all of these hungry mouths? Mary Jane is hungry. Dolores got sick and Ted is hungry. Well, it looks like Dolores is dead unless we get a med kit. Fuck. Poor Dolores. We are not optimistic. Shurikov, we see you sitting in that cloning fridge, making imperfect clones of yourself each and every night. We don't know why you choose to torment us and take away our precious soup to give to your brothers and sisters instead. Did we hurt you somehow? Or is it just in your very nature to sit in every single box-shaped object the world has to offer, no matter what the consequence might be? Mary Jane is hungry and thirsty. When you know it, our dear Mary Jane keeps a diary. For some reason, she was hiding it in the scout book we keep in our shelter. We have no doubts that we need to be done right now. Each of us must be assigned a role in the diary. Must be read aloud. Nah. I'm trying to start shit. Hey, he's back. Tell me that was the last of the cats. 1, 2. No, I think there's another fucking cat right there. Oh my god, they have names? Rad, Dear Me, Shurikov, Mirth, Matt, Solid. Nope, wasn't done. Baron, and Puka? Puka? Probably Puka. Puka. Mary Jane thanked us for respecting her privacy. She then ripped out and tore out all of the pages. She set them on fire, stomped on them, and fed them to a mutant rat outside. A bit excessive, but we all feel better now that it's been dealt with. We still wonder what she wrote about us, though. We don't know how much longer we can go on like this. Not only is our food rapidly dwindling, but we're also starting to question our sanity. Maybe we're all just hallucinating. Yeah, that's it. That recon mission was risky business. We had to visit neighborhoods that were dicey even in the best of times. The area was full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other in gangs, all of them armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive, but the agents seem to appreciate our efforts. Let's hope their mission are actually worth it. A bucket is just about due for an upgrade, and we're expecting the government shelter to have an excellent bathroom, maybe even a hot tub. Mary Jane is hungry, Timmy got hurt, Dolores is thirsty, and Ted is thirsty. Mary Jane is hungry, Timmy and Ted, vice versa, thirsty. The end. Fucking cats. I knew we shouldn't have trusted that little cat bastard. What happened? Ted and Mary Jane seemed let down, but we have more important things to do than playing theater right now. We've been exiled from our home and overwhelmed by the sheer numbers of the furry beasts, unable to fight them for even one more drop of soup. Their claws and teeth are just too sharp for our soft flesh. We'll have to try our luck elsewhere. We'll miss the shelter life. Hope the little bastards are happy in our home. After a fierce fight, our home, was stormed by heavily armed bandits. My god, nothing good awaits us at their hands. Rehearsing Pleas of Mercy might be our only chance of ever seeing the sky again, even if it's obscured by radioactive dust. We spent 68 days in our shelter, and we just had a roller coaster of emotions that I can't even fathom right now. I thought for sure we were going to win that one. As soon as, what day was it? I think it was like day 40. As soon as day 40 came around, or somewhere in there. As soon as we got that radio, I thought we were turning a stone there, but no. Alas, we died yet again. You were driven away. Well, I mean, that's better than dying, though, right? I feel like that's an ending. That's something. We survived 68 days. We consumed 18.75 bottles of water, I'm assuming. 13.5 cans of soup consumed. We defended our shelter once. We made 8 yes decisions and 7 no decisions. Every expedition we had was successful, thankfully, and we brought items brought from expeditions 28. Well, I mean, that wasn't horrible. I don't know if I would consider that a win or not. I would consider that neutral. How about that? Anyways, I'm going to end it here. When we come back, we'll continue on. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and say, comment down below. Subscribe, shares. It helps me out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.